Pricing your home involves careful evaluation of market conditions, comparable sales, and other pricing factors. I'm April, this is Raul, and today we're going to be talking about how to price your home competitively to sell. What do sellers need to know about selling their home in 2023?
Yeah, so we're coming off of a wild roller coaster, I think. The first quarter of 22 was, lights out, great timing, perfect conditions, short inventory. We had 2,700 homes on the market, and buyers are just all over the place. Now things have slowed down a little bit, mainly for interest rates. But for selling our house in 2023, we saw something change. We saw the county market and values kind of rise with the times. And so that's pretty close to where things are lining up right now. But mainly we got to focus on some key factors, making sure that your first impressions are good, your curb appeal, making sure the house is ready to go. And that's part of the things that I do on my appointments as a listing specialist.
How important is pricing your home?
Today, more than ever, it's super important. We always get if we go up high, we can kind of negotiate and come back low. The problem is, if we have the house listed, no showings, we're too high, right? If we have showings, no offers, we're just a little bit off. The problem is we got to be more in line with the averages, because what's happening is appraisals aren't coming back as strong either. So they're starting to taper down to what normal levels should be. It's very important that the first 30 days is like our best intro to the market, because the average right now is about 45 days on market. And sometimes it's smarter to go priced where it should be rather than overpriced and have no showings. And then now we look like we are taking big price reductions, which sometimes, the buyer's agents or the buyers will see it as an opportunity to kind of go in lower and we lose more valuable time and maybe possibly leave some dollars on the table.
Sure. So you kind of touched on it already, but what would you say are the advantages and disadvantages of pricing too high or too low?
Well, if you price too high, you're not going to get any showings. Your days on market will go up, so you'll look vulnerable to a buyer. Yep. Pricing too low, you're just giving the house away. So we always want to find that sweet spot that's going to make sense. There's a lot of different zones when you look at the market. Some people are qualified up to 400 grand. Some people are qualified up to 450. But sometimes you want to get the overlapping, because the 450 is going to look down to the 385, 390 just to take a look. And then same story with the 350 to 400. They're going to go up a little bit higher. So you always want to kind of be in the zone that's going to match, because then you're going to get twice as many looks, twice as many options.
Once a home is listed, how soon should you consider a price reduction if you're not getting any showings or an offer?
I always like to list on Thursdays, because if we list on Thursdays, we had 2 consecutive weekends of new status, and then we go active. What I like about the Thursdays is we're able to see the flow. And what we do on the back end as your agents, we run market reports and kind of see what the foot traffic was for the neighborhood. And sometimes I'm able to see a honey hole of, from 255 to 260, but then at 270, there's nothing. So we kind of look at those before we even market it. But if we're on the market already and we haven't had any showings in the first 2 weeks, we're probably too high. And we make a small little adjustment. That's going to do 2 things for us. Number one, it's going to get us back to the top of the list. But number 2, it's going to kind of come back to the forefront, and we're not wasting more time waiting rather than being aggressive and trying to capitalize. We're getting into buyer season, PCS season. So, now is the time to kind of get out there and separate yourself from all the other listings out there.
So what are some of the advantages of selling with a Schrader group?
Well, there's a lot. Primarily, some of the advantages are we have an in-house stager. We found that anytime we have a stager involved, not only do we sell the house for a quicker period of time, but we also 82% of the time sell it for more. So that's one of our advantages that are part of our packages. We also have professional photography. We're able to do drone footage, Matterports, all those things that'll kind of separate you from everybody else. We found that with our team backing every one of our listings, we are able to create more value for our clients, which ultimately leads to quicker sale times and more money. So those are some of the advantages that we can do outside of our, normal day-to-day.
So we hope this helps answer any questions that you have about how to price your home competitively to sell. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we hope you have a great day.